News.
J.B. Pritzker and Darren Bailey talk crime, the economy, and abortion in their first televised debate for Illinois governor. It comes as early voting gets underway here in Chicago. Good afternoon, I'm Dina Bair.
I'm Patrick Elwood. Our Eric Rung live at Chicago's voting super site in the loop with more. I watched it like you. Got a little chippy at times, to be expected though.
Yeah, there definitely were some little barbs going back and forth between the two candidates. I will tell you, though, so far it's been pretty slow here at the super site. Of course, the weather probably having a lot to do with that as we head into this first day of early voting and coming right after last night's debate. So it is kind of hard to tell right now whether or not that debate had an impact on who people are voting for. The first ballots of the 2022 election have been cast just a day after the two men at the top of the ticket in Illinois traded barbs and accusations on stage.
JB's an arrogant liar. This budget to him is a shell game.
Well, over and over again, you've heard Darren Bailey lie just for the last 10 minutes.
The debate downstate got testy at times with both Governor J.B. Pritzker and State Senator Darren Bailey talking over each other, and the answers to substantive questions were often light on specifics. On the Safety Act, the now controversial law that, among other things, ends cash bail in the state.
The Safety Act must be repealed because it lets violent criminals and murderers out of jail before trial.
That's not accurate. It does allow judges to hold violent offenders or those deemed to be a flight risk.
The criminal justice system that Darren Bailey and Republicans are standing up for is one that allows murderers and rapists and domestic abusers to buy their way out of jail.
Pritzker said the law needs to be tweaked, but didn't say what needs to be done. On gun control, Pritzker repeated he wanted a ban, both federally and statewide, on assault-style weapons.
The fact is that we've got to do more to get guns out of the hands of the people who shouldn't have them.
Bailey said as governor he would not push for any new gun control legislation.
Illinois has the most restrictive gun laws right now, friends. Take a look at it. We've got everything that we need. The Highland Park shooting, it shouldn't have happened because of the laws that are on the book.
On abortion, an issue that always plays into elections, is playing an even larger role in this election cycle, now that the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade.
The law that we have in place now, which I signed into place, that protects a woman's right to choose, is what we should keep.
Bailey, who is against abortion rights, conceded there isn't anything he could do if he is elected governor.
Illinois has the most permissive abortion laws in the nation. Nothing's going to change when I'm governor.
The two also talked immigration, and more specifically, Texas busing migrants to Illinois.
We have an obligation to act in a way that we should be proud of, that we're going to make sure they get shelter, that they get food, that they get health care.
I've asked Governor Pritzker to get a hold of his pal Joe Biden and secure the border. If he won't do that, send us the funds that we need, the resources that we need. And if he won't do that, put them up in one of your Hyatts on your own dime.
Now, if you missed last night's debate and you want to watch it in its entirety, you can find it on WGNTV.com. The next debate, which is also the final debate between the two gubernatorial candidates, is exclusively on WGN, and that is on October 18th. We're live in the loop. I'm Eric Rung, WGN News.